In 1947, the United Nations approved a plan to split up British Mandate Palestine into a Jewish state and an Arab state. Adopted as Resolution 181, it also called for a special international regime to separately administer the holy city of Jerusalem, meaning Jerusalem would belong to neither country at first. The Jewish agency accepts the partition plan. Arab governments and leaders reject it. War breaks out. By 1948, the Jews declare an independent state called Israel and take control of the areas west of Jerusalem. They declare it their capital. Jordan takes control of the Old City and almost everything east of it, annexing the land 2 years later. Most Arabs living there, Palestinians, fall under Jordanian administration. 2 decades later, another war, and Israel captures East Jerusalem and the Old City from the Jordanians. In 1980, it declares Jerusalem its, quote, complete and united capital. But the move draws widespread criticism abroad. The few foreign embassies built in West Jerusalem moved to the less controversial beachfront city of Tel Aviv. Palestinians continue to insist Jerusalem is their capital. In the 1990s, the U.S. brings the Israelis and Palestinians to the table for peace talks. The Oslo Accords call for the final status of Jerusalem to be decided through negotiations between the parties. At the same time, in Washington, the U.S. Congress passes the Jerusalem Embassy Act. It requires the American embassy to be moved from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, but provides for an exemption. It allows the U.S. president to sign a waiver every 6 months, citing national security concerns. Over 20 years, president after president vows to move the embassy, but ultimately signed that waiver, angering pro-Israel activists in the U.S. Even Donald Trump signed it last June, but then announced in December he was going to fulfill his campaign promise to move the embassy and to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. The move has been largely condemned as favoring Israel, though some countries have said they will follow Washington's lead. The White House says the embassy move this week changes nothing, that it still leaves final status negotiations to the parties on the ground, but, quote, recognizes a reality. Roee, Ruttenberg, CGTN in Washington.